Hello everybody and welcome to this episode. And you may have been wondering, because it's been a while, why is it called Wilbur and where is Wilbur? This is Wilbur, this is Australia, and that's why he hasn't been on any videos. It's taken nearly 2 years to get him here, but he's finally here. Today I'm going to jump on him, we're going to ride through the Dales here in Victoria, and we're going to go to the Goldsmith Steam Rally. Going to see some really interesting stuff there, all steam engines, steam shovels, tractors, oil engines, all sorts of bits and pieces. So join us, see how we get on. About a 50-kilometre ride to Lake Goldsmiths. We'll head out through the centre of Ballarat, turn right, and then we'll head west through Carnham, out towards Mount Emu, which we'll get some good views of, and then we'll arrive at the steam fair. Enjoy the ride there. WRB 518. Straight down the end, turn right, and you'll see someone will guide you through. Okay. Thanks very much. Have a good day. You too. Perfect weather. Here we are, Lake Goldsmith. Let's go and have a look around and see what all this is about. The Lake Goldsmith Steam Preservation Association was set up in the 1950s, and they have 2 rallies a year. This is the 122nd rally that they've held. This site is set up just for the preservation and restoration and use of these steam engines, oil engines, stationary engines, and other kind of interesting historical vehicles, items, engines, bulldozers, steam shovels. There's about 50 sheds on site, which are privately owned sheds, and each one generally has a theme and a collection inside it. And of course on days like this pretty much everything is out there and running, and you can wander around and view all of the industrial heritage that's on site. So we'll have a walk around, we'll show you in most of the sheds that I can get to, and we'll show you some of the action from here. I'm not going to put music in this, I'm going to let you be able to hear the sights and the sounds of all of these engines and steam engines and everything else that's going on. So I hope you enjoy hearing them. As you can see in the background here with that wood cladding, most of the sheds that deal with steam actually have live full-size steam boilers installed in them. And of course they're all fired up today. Great to see.
Just to cut out the extremes of cold and heat. It's a better environment than the things we've got in there.
And yes, hidden away in one of the sheds, that really is a Reliant Rialto, or plastic pig as they're known back in England. Terrible cows. This is one of the outdoor display areas for the diesel powered shovels. This was interesting to see, and it's good to know that these cranes are still running today. They just pick up dirt, move it from one pile to the next and then move it back. But it's great to see them in action. The theme for this 122nd event was British tractors, so there were quite a few of them around, and of course Fergies were everywhere. I'm not sure he'd drive a Fergie though, not with those boots on.
You might think, great, well yes, the 42 cylinders are gold, but the 60 can let's do the great.
It's not all steam and sump oil powered though. There was a whole shed full of push bikes. And just beside that was this place that was set up as a gold mining setup. So this was very interesting to see as well, how gold mining and panning were done back in the old days. I think this was my personal favourite from the day. It was hidden away, I never saw it running. It's a Sentinel steam lorry, and these have solid rubber tyres, solid wheels and a huge chain drive to the rear.
You had operated properly, and it must have idled a lot.
The ring commentator said this 90-ton steam shovel was the only one that's left running in the world, in working condition, and what a magnificent thing it was to see it working. Imagine how these would have worked back 100 years ago perhaps. brewed not to when we're here. Timboon ice cream, delicious, rum and raisin flavour, my favourite. Cheers. Outlaw Castings from here in Ballarat were doing live demonstrations. They were casting aluminium parts and signs during the day. Again, it's very interesting to see. I've had some castings done by the guys here, and what a great job they do. Just a small family company, and good luck to them.
Cools down quite quick in the sand. That's the pack for that one.
Very, very unique sound, the Rolls-Royce V12. You got to prime it like an aircraft engine. So, cold morning, you got 9 primes plus 2. What about a round of applause for the display down here, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, that was a look through some of the 50 odd sheds that are on site here at Lake Goldsmith Steam Preservation Society. And the last item to round off the day is the 2:15 PM Grand Parade, where as many of the moving things that they can get go around here and the commentator talks about them. So enjoy a few views of that.
Not big anymore. Dead by BSA. And this is a man, M-A-N, steam engine, manned steam engine, and it quite clearly did a bit of bus bearing. I would reckon that would be a very rough ride in there, and that for quite some time, where your horses would usually only travel 10 mile between changing stations. A lot of these engines didn't survive. The boilers were cut off them when they were decommissioned and put into flower growing, and the Gold 35s were the least amount of Ferguson's produced, as in mass produced. The Gold, which automatically reset the hydraulics. So if you set a plough to plough at a 6 inches deep or 8 inches deep, 6.8 million pounds that Ford had to pay. Henry Ford dragged that on until the 70s, and Harry Ferguson had long gone.
Well, that's it for another Goldsmith Steam Rally. I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything that's gone on here. It's been a perfect day for it. We've seen all sorts of tractors, steam shovels, traction engines, and of course all the stationary engines in the sheds. It's been a very interesting day. There's been a lot of interest from Wilbur. Hello to everybody that came up to me and said, "You're that bloke off YouTube, aren't you?" Anyway, it's always good to see that, so thanks for saying hello, anybody that did, and will join us next time. We'll be somewhere else, doing something else. I think our next thing is a veteran rally. I'll be back on the Scots. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and please remember, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps promote the channel and it keeps me doing this. Thank you very much, everybody. See you next time.